Hello, my name is John Haigh and I'm from Ascent Business. We provide affordable and easy to use on-demand business software solutions available over the internet as software as a service. These systems can transform businesses into high-achieving teams. Learn how by watching this short video of a presentation I recently gave to a business breakfast group. As one of the few UK solution partners for the Zoho suite of world-leading cloud business applications, Ascent Business implements and supports Zoho solutions across the entire UK. Enjoy the video and do please get in touch with any questions or comments you might have. Thank you.
It's essentially a world-leading cloud business applications provider. This is business software applications accessible over the internet, online. The big new world of cloud computing is upon us, and it offers huge benefits to businesses of all sizes, particularly small businesses that want to grow. So I'm pioneering this, getting in at the early stages, and it's going very well. I describe it as Salesforce.com meets Google Apps, but priced for the smaller business. Anybody that knows Salesforce.com, it's the leading cloud-based CRM system in the world. It's a very, very big product, used all over the world by companies large and small. It's been very successful, but it's expensive. Zoho offers actually a lot more than it, and it's a lot cheaper. The reason for that is it's all hosted out of a big data center in India, where it's a low-cost operation. But it's still a very professional, a very solid system. So it provides a fantastic alternative to the market leader, which is Salesforce.com. And there's a whole raft of other applications, a bit like the Google Apps range, all part of the Zoho suite. But they're specifically designed for business, so they're much more business-friendly and highly configurable and customizable. So it's a fantastic system. Just a little bit about my background. I started life as an engineer back in the early 70s, mid-70s, trained as a professional engineer. I moved into sales and marketing in the 80s, took an MBA at Warwick on the way in the late 80s, and I eventually became a manager and then a director in the sales and marketing in the engineering industry. And that was really my base, engineering, manufacturing, but also getting involved in sales, large, big-ticket sales, technology-based solutions really, and that taught me about the importance of having good methodologies and processes for serious sort of sales activities, sales and marketing. And I got into software, using IT to do that, to support that. And I realised, and I'm going back now almost 20 years, that this was actually quite a big opportunity. It was in the early stages of using IT properly in the sales and marketing world. And I eventually started a business doing that back in the mid-90s. Called Clearview IT. That was my business. I built it up. We became the Midlands leading solution partner for some of the Sage products, as well as a product called Goldmine. And that was on-premise, traditional, have a server in the office, install the software, traditional on-premise based software, which is now becoming history really, and the cloud is taking over for all kinds of reasons, which I'll come to. I sold that business in 2005-ish. Sold it in two parts actually, it was a long story, I won't go into that. But I moved on and I actually went into management consulting. By then I'd become a bit of an expert in CRM and solution selling and the use of IT to support that. So I worked as a management consultant and worked all over the world, and fascinating but absolutely exhausting. So I moved on from that in 2009 and decided to start a new business, Ascent Business, which is the business I've got now, to address absolutely, in a focused way, the opportunity for cloud computing in the smaller business market, not the corporates, not the large companies, the smaller business. And that's really the focus now, is trying to help smaller companies break through a transition to become more efficient, more productive, by giving them good systems and good processes, all cloud-based, therefore very affordable, very flexible. And that's what I'm doing. So how is cloud computing different? Well, there's really the old world and the new world. In the old world, you had what we call on-premise systems. This is software installed on-premise on servers and networks and computers in the office. That's the way IT has developed over the last 20 years, and that has become the old world standard. But the problem is that small businesses need to invest heavily in IT infrastructure to grow. Servers, operating software, tech support, licenses, renewals, upgrades, and. It's expensive. And as well as the applications themselves, often expensive to customize and adapt to changes demanded by the business. The problem is that the focus has been on the infrastructure and not on the software applications and the processes that they support. And many businesses have got in the trap where they've invested heavily in this technology, in this infrastructure, and they've not achieved the business benefits. Why? Because the focus and the investment has been on the infrastructure. You know, in order to drive a car to get from A to B, you have to have a road and you have to have a car. It has to be built, they have to be built and maintained, and that costs a lot of money. So until you've done that, you can't drive from A to B and get the benefits of driving from A to B. And the analogy applies in this old world IT, and that's the problem. Organisations have invested vast amounts of money in this technology, and they've not actually had the benefits because the focus has been on the technology and not the business process. With cloud, it's different. I'll explain why in a moment. In this old world, a typical 10-person business could easily spend £15,000 to £20,000 per year on this, supporting this infrastructure. Both the technology, the hardware, the software, the tech support services, easily could be, you know, £20,000 a year. That is a lot of money every year ongoing just to support an infrastructure that is not really delivering in terms of improving the business process. And it's only by improving those business processes that you get the business benefit. Consequently, the old world has actually been a big disappointment to lots of businesses, large and small. They've not had the benefits. Now, the new world, business in the cloud, this really does present an opportunity to overcome this problem. Because there are no servers, just a very simple local network. You can have geographically distributed staff. You can have online access to the software from anywhere, literally anywhere. You could go into an internet cafe in Timbuktu, log in, provided you can log in over the net, you can use your business applications, just as though you were in the office, at home, wherever. So it really is this accessibility. Pay by monthly subscription, no contract, at the end of the month, stop paying if you want. You wouldn't, because you're going to lose all your business systems, but you can. So it's a far more flexible, affordable proposition. Access from anywhere, on any device. You might want to access through your BlackBerry, your iPhone, your iPad, your tablet PC, your desktop, doesn't matter. Provided you can get connection, you can use it. No licenses, no upgrades, and this is the one that worries a lot of people, security. These systems are highly secure, far more secure than the server in the corner of the office, which could get destroyed in a fire, or somebody could accidentally delete something, or it could get stolen. Now, you know, the data in a data centre is not going to get stolen. It's not going to fall foul of those things. It is always going to be there. 99.99% reliability. So the benefits of cloud are focused investment on the business processes and the applications, not the infrastructure. Better agility and scalability and usability. These are all key benefits. Shared costs and scale economies. I use an analogy of a big block of flats. If you imagine a huge apartment building, each apartment or flat takes a very small cost of supporting that infrastructure. And that's what cloud computing is like. Each user, customer or user client has a very small section of that software. But it's what we call multi-tenancy, just like a block of flats. So their costs are actually very low. And that's how it's done. It's all about scale economy. So what else do we offer? Well, CRM is customer relationship management. That's really the core of what we do. It's a database of customers, prospects, leads, sales opportunities, customer service issues, customer targeting. It's all about sales and marketing, really. And then there's job management, which is managing work through to completion, the processes involved in managing work, and making sure things get done and scheduled and the timesheets are managed and all the rest of it. Email and collaboration, project portals to enable people to share information, quotes, orders, invoicing, the practicalities of automating that. Reporting and business intelligence, the business of actually getting the information for decision-making support, and also accounts and that sort of thing. Integration with back office and legacy systems. We can sort of bolt these cloud systems onto the existing systems in the business, which is very important. If you go to zoho.com, you can have a look. If you want to sign up, you can sign up on the site for free, but I'd rather you did it through me, because then we can link it to my partner portal. It doesn't cost any more, it's still free. Or if you can use the paid products, it's the same price. Very quickly, I know I haven't got much longer, a couple of minutes maybe. Leads, the benefits come from these three areas: leads, sales and jobs, if you think about it. You get database email marketing, profile targeting, tracking leads, things like autoresponders, lead nurturing. Essentially, they do with leads, generate and qualify more leads of a higher quality. That's effectively what these systems can help you do. And on the sales side, it's things like quotes automation, having a proper sales process, having a grip of your sales pipeline, you know, bringing the business on over time. You have to have control of that sales pipeline, sharing the database of opportunities, empowering the team to sell in a team fashion. All of that on the sales side enables you to convert more leads into better quality deals. That's really the sales benefit. So more leads, better quality, more conversions, more deals of a better quality. Those two very big benefits. And then in jobs, it's really all about productivity and efficiency. All these things to do with job management. Improving profitability through smoother work delivery, big benefit. And improving customer satisfaction and retention through better customer experience. So there's really four key benefits that these systems bring that when you actually shake it down to what it's going to deliver. And we genuinely do deliver those things. Customers tell me that they do all the time. Very quickly, a benefits example. If you imagine a 1.8 million turnover business with 20 staff making 5% profit with an average order value of 5,000, and that will be a typical kind of service type business. It's all averages, but if you think about it, leads, if you need 100 leads at 30% conversion to get 30 orders per month, that would give you those numbers. You've only got to improve that by 10% to get that number up from 30 to 36 orders a month, which is worth £31,000 extra. Now that's easy to achieve using these systems. Most of my customers blow that out of the water. They'll get 20, 30, 50% improvement. So these numbers are not just written on here, they are genuine. And on job management, you can increase by profitability. It's in a similar way. You can almost double your profit by achieving very small reductions in costs and overheads. So if you put it all together, you can easily, for that 1.8 million turnover business, you could easily imagine them moving up to just over 2 million revenue. So an increase in revenue, they're not huge. But what's happening is their margins, their profits are improving a lot. More than doubling, from 90,000 to 120,000. That's a more than doubling of profit. Now that happens with my customers, that's what they get, or more. They can get more than that. So the benefits are genuine. It's from focusing on the business process. So, before I finish, what am I looking for? I'm looking for service sector businesses, professional services, technical services, all that kind of service sector, which is where these systems can really help. Or technology-based businesses where they're selling maybe customised technology, engineering, bespoke, not sort of, you know, nuts and bolts manufacturing, but more bespoke. Those kind of businesses, they need to put in place joined-up business processes. That typically occurs when they're moving from being quite small to the next stage of growth. If you don't put these structured processes in place, you're never going to achieve that growth profitably. You can achieve the growth, but you won't make any profit. So you've got to really address it at that point. So if you spot businesses that are in that situation where they need to grow, but they can't break through this, you know, efficiency ceiling, if you like, because they haven't got the right systems, those are the kinds of companies I want. They need to do it scalable. They need to have scalability. That's the key, scalability. And they want to do it quickly, affordably, and risk-free. They could go and buy on-premise software, which if they go out to the market, that's why they probably end up being offered. But it would be slow, it would be expensive, and it would be very risky. If you go with me, it's none of those. It's quick, it's affordable, and it's risk-free. Huge benefits. You get there quicker, you get the return on investment, you don't take the risks. And they're willing to invest, but they don't want to over-invest in infrastructure and support.